Good people, happy Sunday, Easter Sunday to you, I should say. And listen, today's episode, listen, high achievers, they don't die from lack of success with people. You know what they die from? They die from the stress it takes to get to be successful. And in this episode today, we talking about the number one killer in America, heart disease, right? And how success, your nervous system is all linked together. And I got my good friend, Dr. Larry Ford, joining me again today with the community. He don't really need an introduction, but guess what? I'm gonna introduce him anyway. Listen, founder of Hands to Guide You Mental Behavior Health Clinic right here in Oklahoma City. He's helped thousands of people, right, change their life by understanding the patterns that's been driving the behavior. So I got him here today to help you today. Welcome, my good friend, Dr. Larry Ford. Man, what's going on, baby?
Man, how you doing, FL? I'm back, baby.
I'm good.
Back.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Back.
sir. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait, man. This is, when the first Sunday of every month is one of my favorite Sundays because me and you get to come on here and boy, you
Mine
are, hey,
too. Mine
you
too.
already know, man. You already know, Mister. How you been? How you been,
I've been
man?
good, man. I've been good. Still in the, just another 30 days, still in the community, doing what I do, man. Been good. Been real good.
That's good. That's good. Well, man, look, I've been excited about this episode. You know, me and you was just talking about this
Yeah.
before we got. Man, listen, I'm excited about this episode because this is Soul Truth Sunday where we slow things down. We recognize the patterns in our life, right? We regulate our nervous system, right? We get a new revelation. We build a rhythm around that, put that on repeat mode so we can dare to be us. So I can't wait so you can talk to the people about, man, the number one killer. Dr. Ford, this heart disease, man. Let's listen. We ain't gonna hold them up because it's Easter Sunday. So let's just get right into it. You know I'm a note taker. So you already know. You already know I'm a note taker. So listen, man, we just gonna jump right into it. So the first thing I want to ask you for the community, how serious really is heart disease? Like, because a lot of people don't really talk about heart disease. So just give some context on how serious it really is. And what is it really? What is it and how serious it is?
Number one cause of death. And see, for years, this is how serious it is. For years, heart disease has been the number one cause of death. But the correlation that people have not been putting together is chronic stress leads to heart disease. Chronic stress leads to multiple chronic conditions. So people don't understand that chronic stress is a predicator of heart disease. So
Mm.
when you talk about heart disease, you talk about, because we were talking about this earlier, FL, and we were talking about when we were younger and this and that. And one of the things that I remember that sticks out to me when we were younger, the older generation would always say one of the things in the cliches that I remember hearing was that um, it was a stress saying, like, I'm not gonna let these people kill me. I'm not gonna let you stress me out.
Mm-hmm.
And they would say that, and we were young and naive at the time, and we didn't understand. We were like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Stress? What's stress? I don't know what
Yeah.
stress is. We were young and living our life and not understanding that we were under immense amounts of stress at the time. And stress is just a predicator of heart disease. It leads to, because when your body is stressed and overworked over a period of time, it leads to something.
Mm.
It's called heart disease. And it also leads to, we were talking about this. If you have heart disease and what else, you have a higher probability to have anxiety and depression.
Mm. 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 So heart disease. So basically, would it be fair to say, because most people think heart disease is mainly either from lifestyle or mainly from genetics. But talk a little bit more about how much stress really impacts your heart, like how much chronic stress really affects that.
Yeah. it's there's a amount of stress that's healthy, but you look at if we just simply talk about athletes, if we just simply talk about athletes when they're young and they're performing and they're in their craft and they're being athletes. Tom Brady, you don't think Tom Brady, he's won 7 Super Bowls? You don't think he's been under enormous amounts of stress?
Hmm.
You think about Joe Montana, you think about some of these high performing athletes, they're under enormous amounts of stress, limited amounts of time. Let's think about a lay person, a normal person who has dreams or visions of being successful. Man, with and especially first
Hmm.
generation business owners, immense amount of stress. That's why we talk about all the time. The more support you have around you, the better off you are. These first generation business owners, these first generation anything. Man, looking
Uh-huh.
back on my life and your life, man, the immense amount of stress we were under and didn't understand. It's telltale.
Yeah, yeah. So excuse me. So just tying it all in, that's what we call in the community a dysregulated nervous system. You know what I'm
No,
saying? You hear me say,
absolutely.
you
Yeah,
see me say,
absolutely.
hear me say that. So talk about a little bit about how if the alarm system is constantly ringing in the brain, like we talked about. Your amygdala is the alarm system.
Yeah.
So if you're under constant stress all the time, as a high achiever, like me and you are, like most of the community that's watching this video right now are, they've achieved success, they're entrepreneurs, they tapped into their gifting, right? They're trying to build a life that they really don't need a vacation from, but they're not taking time to really rest and calm their nervous system down. So talk a little bit about how staying under chronic stress for a long period of time, how that really starts to damage you if you don't regulate that.
I'm gonna talk about this one way, and this and me and you talk about it all the time, but I'm gonna do it for the people, and I'm gonna really get down through here today and do it for the people. When you're chronically stressed and when you're on high alert, as we would say, or we would talk about it, you're using different parts of your brain. Like if
Uh-huh.
if I told you, hey, write a 1 page paragraph, you would pick up your hand and you would start writing, or run in place, you would use your legs, right? We have to understand that our brain is just not, it's one organ that does many functions. So when we
Mm.
talk about the amygdala, we have to understand what it does. And if I'm using my legs to run in place, my arms are limited. So what I'm saying is, my if I'm using my amygdala, guess what I'm not using? My frontal lobe. And guess what
Mhm.
my frontal lobe is for? Executive functioning, like processing and making decisions. So like it goes back to, because people talk about fight or flight all the time. Fight or flight, fight or flight. If I'm in flight or flight, I'm reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a response. So this part of my brain, my front part of my brain, cannot work. But that's where decision making is taking place. That's where logic is taking place. So you say, "Ah, it's not a big deal. I'm stressed all the time." And then when you say things like that, you power life and death in the tongue.
Yes.
I'm stressed all the time. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Then you just told yourself that, because at some point you're gonna recall that thought and you're gonna recall what you're thinking about, and you're gonna say, "Remember, we stressed all the time. We'll never use our frontal lobe." That's what your unconscious mind is telling you. We'll never use our frontal lobe. We love using our amygdala every day, all day. No,
Mm,
Let's calm down and relax.
mm. Yeah, yeah. See, and that's what I always say. So the trap basically for us as high achievers, right? So the trap, and remember, this is a live Q&A, so drop your questions below. If you hear anything during this conversation and you got questions, drop them below. I promise we'll get to them. So would you say the trap for high achievers mainly will be because I wrote this down because most high achievers' nervous system is trained to believe that movement equals safety, right? Because that's kind of how the environment, that's going back to those 7 years we always talked about. So as a high achiever, um, um, man, so how do I want to word this? Since we are ambitious, talk about a little bit about how we have to be more aware of that trap because we are more at risk of that. So talk about a little bit how to balance that a little bit because, like you said, stress is normal. The problem is when we stay in that state over an exterior period of time. So just kind of talk a little bit about that a little bit from a high achievers standpoint because we
I'm
are a
gonna
little
tell
bit
you.
more at risk.
I'm gonna just tell you straight from me, straight from the horse's mouth. So I was home alone. I was spent some time over the weekend home alone and got to relax and enjoy my time. I watched a bunch of college basketball. But you know what I did? For 25 minutes since on my phone, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a metrics guy.
Yeah.
I have wearables that I wear. I have wearables. So I watched uh two college games yesterday and watched some TV. But you know what I also did for 29 minutes yesterday as I was doing that during commercials and during breaks and things like that, meditated and reset my breathing.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
29 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting in tune with that breath work, getting in tune with
Yeah.
that breathing. Yeah.
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 That's what I
Yeah.
did.
See, I like that because I know, like you said, I'm gonna say from the horse's mouth, use an example for me, growing up in high achievers. I talk about that in my other videos. I associated my worth with production. I associated safety with movement for so long, that grind and hustle culture. So talk to that a little bit. That how about grind and hustle ain't about nothing. So let's really talk about that because most
No.
of us, especially in our culture, we wear grind and hustle like a badge of
But
honor.
that's the fight or flight, and you can't sit still because you got to constantly be on the go. And I saw that on some of your other shows and some of your other messages. You don't
Yeah.
always have to be on the go. It's okay to sit still. It's okay to be calm. It's okay to be relaxed. No, it doesn't equate to that. No. No, we think that I got to be on the go. I got to be on the go. I got to be on the go. That's because you've convinced yourself you have to be on the go. You don't have to be on the go. It's actually not healthy to be on the go all the time.
That's it. That's it. That's so true, man. That's so
Yeah,
true.
we
And
have
that's one
what's
of the
called a
things
resting.
I
We have what's called a resting heart rate. We
okay.
have and I'm not going to be too clinical and all of that stuff, but we have what's called a resting heart rate where we have to be calm and relaxed and not doing nothing. And that's what's better for the heart. When we're constantly on the go, on the go, on the go, our blood pressure needs to be higher, our heart rate needs to be higher, our thoughts need to be faster. That's not that's not that's good in spurts. Imagine the energy and the effort and the force we use when we play basketball. We can't
Mhm.
do that 16 out of 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that every day. And then
Yeah.
imagine when you get in the bed and lay down, you no, it can't work that way.
No, yeah, yeah. So listen, man, I say that all the time. And I had to realize that within my own self because like you
Take
said, when
time
you
to
grow
breathe
up,
and take time to unplug
yes,
and take
yes.
time to recover. Time to breathe, time to unplug, and time to recover. You have to make time to do all three of those things. Period.
See, man, I love see man that, and that's why I created a little rest acronym for rest. Resist urgency trauma, establish the systems, slow down intentionally, and trust your systems and yourself. Rest. You got to build that into your everyday program, man. So
If your
listen.
life has, this is what I say, if your life has no rhythm, stress will start writing your future.
Ooh, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
If your life has no rhythm, stress will start writing your future.
Wow.
Period.
Wow. Wow. So this is the other thing I want to say real quick before we give the people a solution on how to really start preventing this. So talk about a little bit about how all this ties into childhood programming. Because you hear me talk about a lot the first 7 years, how the body learns through absorbing the environment. So from your perspective, how much do early patterns affect long-term health if you don't consciously become aware of it and do something about it?
Well, patterns are how we learn, especially during early brain development. Patterns are how we learn. You know, people like to say, do as I say, not as you see. That's not how it works. We have five senses. As at a young age, we have five senses. And one of the senses that we use the most and the easiest to understand is what we see.
Mm,
You know, what we see. So people say, why is he doing this? Because he see you doing it.
wow. Wow. Say that one more time. Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Why is he doing that? Because he sees you doing that.
Wow.
Why is he saying that? Because he hears you saying that.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have to you know, model behavior. We have to really model the behavior. And this is the and this is the thing about it. FL, I was this is just the thing about this is just the facts about it. There's times to where what we know is all we know. So we can be modeling something with our best interest in our heart involved
Mm,
and be modeling the wrong thing.
mm. That's true. That's
And
true.
then
That's
there's
true.
times to where we become aware to what we were doing and we understand that we have to model something completely different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
And that's
true.
okay too.
That's it. Man, listen, like me and you always say, and I always tell the community, even in my one-on-one, to get something different in life, you have to be and do something different. Because we all know what the definition of insanity is. Doing the
Yeah.
same thing and expecting a different result. So, so listen, so listen, good people. You heard what he just said, man. Early childhood patterns affect long term because you hear me say this all the time. What you seen, what you hear, what you experience. So just to bring it home with me, that's why I had to retrain my nervous system, right? To learn that stillness, right, equals safety because I was used to movement equals safety. That grind, that hustle. Y'all hear me talk about that in my videos all the time. Like nobody is exempt from the work. That's why I always say this work is a journey. It's not a process, right? So we just trying to give you the sauce to help you so you cannot be at risk of the number one killer in America because it's killing people. I mean, by the droves, because people don't understand how the mind and how the body works. So we just want to give you some understanding on how that works so you can really start regulating yourself. So as we get up out of here on this Easter Sunday, Dr. Ford, give the people some solutions that they can start doing today. They don't got to call and make no appointment. Give them the sauce today that they can start help regulating their body so they can start help preventing this in their life.
So it's four questions. It's four questions that we all should be asking ourselves. Huh. Yeah, get it together.
You see, hey, you see me flip my little note. I said, okay, boy,
Yeah.
let me get my mind right.
These are the four questions that we all, including me, have to ask ourselves. When's the last time I felt rested? When's the last time I was truly honest about my stress? When is the last time my body felt safe? When is the last time that I did not have to earn my peace?
Wow. Wow. Repeat those real slow.
Yeah. When is the last time I truly felt rested?
Okay.
When is the last time I was honest about my stress?
Okay.
When is the last time I felt safe?
Mm-hmm.
And when is the last time I did not have to earn my peace?
Wow. 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 Those are deep those are deep questions, man. Those are deep questions. Yeah.
And check this out. Let's get deeper. With nobody in the room.
Mm.
With nobody in the room. Just you.
Yeah. 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 Wow.
So you
Wow.
have to sleep more. You have to walk more. You have to exercise more. You have to, if you have to go to therapy, if you have to get your exercise, if you have to turn your phone off, if you have to be honest with yourself about what's currently going on in life. You have to do that.
Mm.
This is what you do with self. This
Yeah.
isn't what you do with Billy and Bobby. This is what you do with self.
Mm. Mm. So it starts with self. So what I'm hearing you say for the community, you got to take a long, hard look at you. Nobody
You know
else.
who to
It
start
starts
with.
with you.
Yeah, you know who to start with. Yeah, it always start with self. You know. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it, man. So listen, so what Dr. Ford is saying, like I always say, my 5R framework, good people. Y'all been following me, rocking with your boy. Recognize the pattern, regulate your nervous system, get a new revelation, because you always hear me say you can't get revelation without regulation, right? You can't get clarity from a dysregulated nervous system. So after you get that revelation, you build a new rhythm around it. Life is about rhythm. And then you put that on repeat mode so you can dare to be you, get down to your authenticity. I see people chiming in. Somebody said, y'all a couple. Nah, man, we ain't a couple, man. It's just my good friend, buddy. Since y'all got jokes, since y'all know we ain't a couple, this is my good
Hey,
friend. Yeah, we over here giving y'all the sauce. I'm trying to see somebody
yeah.
else.
And
Yeah.
I say it like this: awareness, knowledge, and skill. You have to be
Mm,
aware of what's currently going on to apply the knowledge. Once you apply the knowledge, what skill will you add to what you just learned about yourself? Awareness, knowledge, and skill.
wow. So look, there it is, good people. We gave y'all the number one killer. We gave y'all what it is, and we gave y'all steps what you can do about it. So guess what? Now that we about to get up out of here, guess what? The ball is in your court now. You armed with the info. Are you gonna take the shot? Are you gonna sit on the ball? And what you gonna do? We just gave you the assist. Now the ball is in your
Yeah,
court.
and I
So
and, I,
Dr.
and I
Ford, man, tell the people, man, where to find you at.
before I stop, and I'm gonna say this: you can like, and really, life is about the most successful people in life are the people that are the most self-aware.
Mm,
You know, with self, we have now we understand in 2026 we have to be more self-aware than we've ever had to be in life, because
mm,
the older we get and the older our world gets, the more things that are going on. We have AI, we have technology, we have all these things going on. Everything is moving faster, 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 faster. But we're still our own like being.
yeah.
You know, so cars even have check engine lights, and we like, so I'm gonna get in my car in a little bit and go to the store, right? But if I got in my car, if something was wrong with my car, a light's gonna come on and it's gonna tell me. Nowadays with cars, it tells you exactly what's going
What
on.
is it?
And yeah, we depend too much on that. Like what do we truly know and understand about ourselves? Like, do we really depend on the light coming on and somebody saying, hey, you need to go get serviced. Or that's
Mhm.
not how life works. So that's where you say and I say, self-aware. We have to improve the ability to be self-aware of what's going on in our own lives. Not because if we can't understand what's going on in our own lives, then the probability of understanding what's going on in somebody else's life slim to none. And,
Yeah.
and even in the 70s and 80s, I remember being on airplanes, and they say, in case of an emergency, put your own mask on
Mask on.
first.
True. That's true. That is true, man.
How do we replicate that in life, though? How do we do that? How do we replicate that in life on a daily basis? It's cool to it's understandable to do that in case of an emergency, but in all honesty, we have to do that every day. And that's the ability to be self-aware every day.
Every
Like,
day.
what's going on in my life? Or do I have any check engine lights on? Do I have any lights on in my life right now?
That's true.
Oh, my tires low. I need to get some air in it. That ain't nothing. That ain't a big deal. I'm gonna just let that go. 2 days later, you have a blowout, or you're on the side of the road, and you have nobody to call, and you got to wait there for 3 hours. But you knew a week ago that you needed to change your tire.
Man, come on. Come on. That's real. That's real. That's the
You knew a
truth,
week
man.
ago you had to change your tire. That's life. That's
Yeah.
health. Your stomach was bothering you. You've been having palpitations. You've been having headaches for weeks at a time. You take water, or you've been taking Motrin, or you've been taking medications to alleviate the headache. That's not normal. What are
Yeah.
you willing to do about it? We have to recognize the signs and symptoms.
That's it. That's it. Man, I listen, I double down on that 1,000%. Like me and you talk about all the time. Routines, man. What are your routines? How do you check in with yourself? Yeah, we always say the first voice your nervous system hears in the morning is you. What are you telling it? What are you saying to yourself? Eyeball to eyeball in that mirror when you brush it. Come on, you know how we used to do it on the court. Hey,
Yeah,
it's me and
straight
you,
up.
baby. So I like the analogy that you said about the pro athletes because I use sports a lot. You know, like you said, the best players from a skill set wise, they could be better skill, but most of them are not more skilled. They're just more self aware of what they do good and what they do at a high level. Tom Brady wasn't the best athletic quarterback there was, but he understood what he did well and he doubled down on that. So like we always talk about that self-awareness, man. So listen, man, tell the people, man, where they can find you at, man, because you're doing great work in the community. You've been doing it over the last 2 decades. Man, I've been a witness to it. So tell the people where you at here
Man,
in
it
Oklahoma
goes
City.
fast. Hands to God, you behavioral health. 1016 Southwest 44th Street. H2GY.com. On Facebook, Hands to God You. On Instagram is Dr. Larry Ford. Um, on X is I believe it's Hands to God You. Man, I'm out in the community, man, doing what I love to do, doing helping and serving and treating the community each and every day. It's one of
And
the
I know
things
this to be
I
true.
told somebody this Friday. I felt a couple days ago. Man, one of the things I love about waking up in the morning is I get to serve and treat the community. I get to help people each and every day. Period.
Man, listen, and I know that to be true, good people. He is not capping. I've been knowing this man for over 2 decades, and I know that to be true about him. And that's why we've kind of connected and built a lasting relationship
Man,
like
it's
this, a
about to be
friendship.
3 decades. FL, we in 2026. It's about to be 3 decades,
Yeah,
man.
look, 3 decades. And
Yeah.
I know this to be true
We
about this
still
man.
we're still kids, just like raising kids. The
Now,
kids was 5, now they're 15 years. Almost 3 decades, man.
3 decades, man, of serving the community. and really walking in our calling and purpose and really understanding what that is. Me and Dr. Ford been doing calls like this before video was really in style.
Oh man. Yeah, for real. On the
Yeah.
radio show.
So
On the
listen, good people,
radio
man. We
show.
hope that you got some value out of this show today. Happy Easter to you. We hope you go enjoy your family today on this happy Sunday Easter day. And you know where to find Dr. Ford. Y'all know where to find me. So listen, every Sunday, 9 a.m., Soul True Sunday Live. But every first Sunday, Dr. Ford joins me. We break down topics like that's my guy right there, man. So listen, until next Sunday, good people. Same bad channel, same bad time. Y'all have a great day. Happy Easter to you.
Great
Definitely
day.
you.
Happy Easter.